Woody be okay. Mentally, Woody going through something too. Because Woody, I think, going through a thing called survivor's remorse. If I'm using this in the right term. See, it's a thing called beating the streets. And I think to beat the streets the way that Woody did and know that ultimately he got to live with a lot of stuff on his conscience, I think that really bothered him just as a man, as a human being, as an individual on a day-to-day basis. Kind of like this demon that you're running from that you can't shake. And that's what Thug don't understand. It's easy for a person to sit in an interview and just point the finger and play the blame game about who's right and who's wrong, but despite all the stuff that Thug may feel and the reasons and points that he may have and how he's trying to justify it, the street part of, as far as who did the stepping, I feel like Woody got more of a reason to feel the way that he feel than you do, because he was the stepper. You were just the shot caller. And that's what be the problem sometimes, I think, with the streets, is like the shot caller feel like just because they call the shots, they can spin the narrative whatever way they want to spin it. They can tell you what to do. You move to the sound of their band and like whatever lie they want to feed the public, however what they want to manipulate you, they got that right. And that's what Woody is trying to, it's like the Matrix, like he's trying to come out of the Matrix. Thug got a lot of people manipulated. And I don't even think that he might have tried to intentionally. He just that person that in his character. It's stuff about his character that just ain't right. You probably got ways where you mean well, but on a big scale, in the grand scheme, you're a shady person. And that go back to what I was saying in a couple of my videos that I just been preaching this whole time. Eventually, you just look at some of these street rules and these laws and stuff that people going by and how they trying to justify it and paint the picture, and you just take it for what it is. Like, man, these guys are a product of their environment. This is not how the world works. Don't be misguided by these street codes and how the picture is being painted in these interviews on social media, Twitter, the tweets and all that stuff like that, even in the songs and the music. Let this neighborhood stuff just stay in these guys' neighborhood and hope that they can overcome it and come to some type of common ground. Because if Thug don't stop, eventually Thug gonna land himself in the same situation that he just prayed himself out of, or something worse. It's crazy how it's been this little quote that's been flying around all year, how people headline their thumbnails and stuff like that and their captions on their videos, where this could end bad, this could start a war, this could start a new gang war, woo-doo-woo, blase, blase. I feel like this time right here, that quote, that saying is more important than ever. Because if Thug don't stop doing what he's doing in Atlanta, he's gonna start another war in Atlanta. Not whether he trying to or not, whether he feel like he keeping it real, people are just gonna get tired of feeling like you can little boy them. You can just paint the picture whatever way you want to paint it. You can spread whatever lies you want to spread, and a lot of truth gonna start coming out. And when a lot of truth start coming out, and you start digging up old bones and shit, that's gonna get somebody hurt way worse. And that's what Woody was saying last night. Woody was saying in so many words last night, man, I could have real deal sunk the ship if I wanted to. And you know that. And y'all just go watch the live, man, because I don't want to be dry telling on my shit. But if you know, you know. If you go listen to the stuff that Woody was saying last night, and you're not a surface level thinker, and you can read between the lines, if you know, you know. And that's the game, that's the danger of the game that Thug playing right now. It's like, man, stop lying to yourself and just take some type of accountability. Nobody is saying that you don't have a reason to feel the way you feel about whatever it is, but you got to hold yourself responsible for some of this stuff too, and just let it go. Because if you don't let it go, or you don't just take some type of self-accountability, and you keep on continuing to lie and play this blame game with other people, when it's obvious that you blessed and you don't see it, you're going to make stuff worse than what it is. It's going to get bad for you. And I think maybe after today, hopefully, because there's some stuff that's been going on with Mariah the Scientist, where a video that came out, jail call, where he pillow talking to another woman and stuff like that about getting her pregnant. Man, you got too much on your plate right now for you to still be walking around with this level of ignorance. And I try to just give him the benefit of the doubt on some of the jail calls, because I'm like, man, this dude in jail, so I'm not going to sit up here and say what I would do or what I wouldn't do on the phone when I'm locked up or something like that, and you just want somebody to talk to. We don't know what it's like to be in them situations, and if you have been in that situation like that, I'm pretty sure you understand some of that stuff. If you hadn't, shut up, because you can't really just speak on it like that. And I can only speak on it because my father done a lot of jail time when I was coming up. So I know how them jail talk go. I know how person just saying what they think you want to hear, feeding you a dream and stuff like that, from the kids to the wife to the family to everybody. And within 60 to 90 days of you getting out, it's like the total opposite. You back to the same, and not even trying. Just, we be creatures of habit, man. We be a product of where we come from. And a lot of times when we get boxed in and stuff, you know, we have time to think, we come back to our conscience, we mean well, but it won't happen overnight. So I feel like some of the stuff that Thug said, you know, I just got to give him the benefit of the doubt on it, because I understand where you're coming from on some of that stuff. I do. I kind of understand where you're coming from. Do it make it right? No. But due to the fact that this man was in jail and he was locked up at the time, some of the stuff that he said, I can understand why he said it in the situation he was in. That's just me. But you gotta figure out how to get over this stuff and how to let this stuff go, because if not, it's gonna eat you up.